appreciate you being on.
Very much
Um,
so.
like Corey said, this is a special edition. We're not going to get up and quilt. We're not going to talk about quilting things other than the comfort of quilts. So this is more about the comfort of quilts and what quilts mean to us here at Linda's Electric Quilters, and I'm sure what they mean to a lot of people out there.
Correct.
Um,
And before we get started, we want to wait just a second because, always with our tech stuff, it takes a second for things to kick on correctly.
correct.
So we want to make sure that we're able to get our message across all the way through.
Yeah.
So,
We'll just wait. So while we're waiting for a few seconds, we have lots of quilts. You'll probably see some quilts laying here that we're going to kind of go through, and they're more of, the quilts that have brought us comfort and brought our family comfort over certain times. We've got quilts hanging on us, of course, wrapping us in comfort today. Um, and we'll tell a little bit about that. So I think we're okay. I think we
okay,
can get started.
let's do it.
So, we've all had times in our lives that have just been really hard, right? Oh,
Yeah.
and let me just say it, they suck. Like, there's times in our lives that are just awful.
Right.
Whether it's losing somebody, to disease, like all the horrible diseases out there. Whether it's accident, it could be anything. It's just the loss of someone. And you're not sure how to find that comfort sometimes.
Right, yeah. And I mean, as always, we are always here to sympathize with you and to
Yeah.
be there with you because you are our YouTube family. You are our family watching, and we really appreciate and love each and every one of you, even if we haven't met you personally.
Yeah.
But having that structure and knowing that someone else is just there,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, to listen and to, 'cause, I mean, everyone, it's terrible and hard to say, but everyone has lost someone that's close to them.
Yeah, they have.
And we get this chance today to sympathize with you and be there with you, and it's I'm at a loss for words right now.
I know. So we're probably not our normal on top of itself. We have a lot of emotions going through us in our heads and our minds. Anyway, so we have, like you said, some of the fun quilts here that we are. So he's kind of wrapped up in his college memory quilt, something that he'll always have and be able to pass down. I'm wrapped up in a quilt that I did for my biological father. And when he passed away, I got that back from him. And it just brings me thoughts and
It's memories.
memories. Like when I
A
just
lot of
want to think
love.
about him and
Yeah.
think about the different things that we used to do, I wrap myself up in this quilt. Another quilt we have here is
Which
we'll
one
do
is
this right here. So we have a family quilt, and we won't show the whole thing. We have a family quilt, and picture quilts have always been like really cool to me and help with memories, right?
Right, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So when you're trying to, think about the early times, we have 10 kids in my family, and they're wrapped around a picture of my mom and dad, and so we have their families in here, and this is a long time ago, but they last a long time. So it's nice to have those laying around to be able to have those memories and
To reminisce.
to reminisce
and
and yeah, to
kind
think.
of ground us back to
Yeah.
and the lives that we live, we're super busy all the time.
Yeah.
And having something like this around the house or on the chair or in the little breakfast nook area always gives you kind of that second to sit there and just kind of reminisce a little bit and
Yeah.
kind of ground yourself a little bit more.
Yeah, and it can bring really happy memories too. I
Very
mean,
much
some of the
so.
pictures on here, well, most of the pictures on here are just super fun, happy memories of things that our family did. And I'm so glad that I got this quilt completed when I did for my mom, because we did lose one of my sisters. And because we're talking about memories, I would feel lost if I didn't talk about her, okay? So I lost my sister Shauna back in 2009. And I'm going to talk about her first. It's not the loss that we just had this week, but I do want to talk about her because both of these losses that we've had, one this week and then Shauna, they are probably two of the strongest people I've ever known. And it's because the battle they went through and because they had to leave kids behind. Sometimes when we're older and grandparents and we've lived our lives, that's kind of the nature of life. It does happen. Still, loss sucks. But when they have to leave the earth so soon, when they have so much to give still, it's hard. She had 2 kids and a wonderful husband she left behind. She fought the fight for years. She had pulmonary hypertension, something that people don't hear a lot about. Lung transplant. She never asked why. She never complained. She just stayed strong for those kids. and for her husband, and did everything she could possibly do to make sure that they were set when she was gone. And I just miss her every day. So I'm just so thankful to have this quilt with her picture on there, so it reminds me of that.
I would reflect back to my aunt Shauna. This is my aunt who she's talking about. Any, we were very fortunate to have her close to us,
Yeah.
before, and every time we went over to see her, it was one of those things that, like you said, she did never complain.
Mm-mm.
She never said, "Oh, woe is me." She always asked, "How are you doing? What can I do to help? What can I do to do this? What can I do to that?" And so, those things like that still stay with me today. It's no matter what someone's going through, you always still want to help and be there for others. It was
Yeah.
just some.
And then the second, probably, and I know I'll meet more. And you guys have strong people in your lives that you've lost, and you sympathize with our story, which is why you're part of our family tonight. And we hope that it's okay that we're talking to you about this, but it's helping us with our grief, because so many people lose their lives way too soon. It could with anything. It could be anything, and you are probably feeling that today. You probably have lost somebody, and I hope that you know that we're there with you as well. So Monday we lost my brother-in-law, Adam. I was really close. We have a pretty close family, and I was really close with him. As a brother-in-law, he's like a brother to me. My sister and them have 5 kids. So it's like, what makes that right? Why did that happen? He was a great father, friend, like I said, brother-in-law, a teacher, uncle,
Was a great uncle.
coach at a high school, and he fought so hard for 3.5 years trying to battle a cancer, a colon cancer. The miracle of it is that he was diagnosed 3.5 years ago to only live 3 months. And he lived 3.5 years to be able to, and that's a blessing that we all look back on right now, is he was able to do that, to be able to get my sister through college, so that way she could get a job, they could get a house, they could take care of some of the kids, get some of the kids to college. So that was a blessing, but it doesn't make the loss it still makes the loss hard, right? And with that, we actually have his t-shirt quote here, which is why t-shirt quotes hold a lot of memory. If you ever have the opportunity to make one for a family or a friend or somebody that's been lost, you definitely should make them. This has all of the different schools and things and places that he coached, the soccer. My sister let me borrow it tonight. She didn't want to let go of it, obviously, because she just lost her husband. But she let me borrow it tonight so that we could have it here to be able to honor him as an amazing man. And I know you guys always have somebody you would love to honor too. So we just wanted to talk to you, to be real, right? We just wanted to be real tonight. We're always fun and laughing.
A little bit vulnerable. We're always
vulnerable.
real.
You're right. Vulnerable.
We're just a little bit more vulnerable and
Yeah.
a little bit more personable with everything that we go through.
Yeah. So, this was just kind of a quick little showing you how we find comfort in quilts and how we love quilts, no
The
matter what
memories
they
to them.
are. And they can be old, new.
Heirlooms that we'll cherish forever
Yeah.
to keep with us.
The comfort in quilts is just amazing. So I hope that you have the opportunity to make a quilt for someone you love, so they have something for always to remember. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you see us out there quilting, we're not perfect, but to have something to be able to leave behind or to hold on to when you just need that simple feeling of comfort that day.
Right.
It's nice. So
Definitely.
anyway, we appreciate everybody that's watching. We're seeing all the love and feed on here. We really do appreciate it, and we love you guys.
We appreciate all your thoughts and prayers. People reaching out when we posted this stream that we'd be going live tonight. A lot of people have reached out, and we are extremely thankful and blessed to have you as a part of our family this evening and always.
Yep.
So
until next time.
Bye, guys.